So good afternoon all. Yeah, good afternoon all. Today I'm going to present my views on the topic quality assurance and its importance in software industry. So do anyone know what is quality assurance? Okay, so let me take from this slide. What is quality assurance? Quality assurance is any systematic process of determining whether a product or service meets specified requirements or not. So QA establishes and maintains a set of requirements for developing or manufacturing reliable products. A quality assurance system is meant to increase customer confidence and a company's credibility because company's credibility is dependent for business purpose while also improving work process and efficiency, and it enables a company to better compete with others. So the major thing is that why we need QA, because doing QA is a pricey thing. So to eliminate the bugs, we need the process of QA. If bugs are not eliminated in the initial phase, then it could cost even $1 billion. So let me explain you with the most expensive software errors in history. Uh, so let me tell you about first one. The Mariner first spacecraft 1962. So the first entry in our rundown goes right back to the 60s, before the summer of love or the invention of the lava lamp. NASA launched a data gathering unmanned space mission to fly past Venus. It did not go to plan. The Mariner first space probe barely made it out of Cape Canaveral before the rocket veered dangerously off course. Worried that the rocket was heading towards a crash landing on Earth, NASA engineers issued a self-destruct command, and the craft was obliterated about 290 seconds after launch. So, an investigation revealed the cause to be a very simple software error. A hyphen. A hyphen was omitted. Sorry. A hyphen was omitted in a line of code, which means that incorrect guidance signals were sent to the spacecraft. The overall cost of the omission was reported to be more than $18 million at that time. And it's about $169 million in today's world, near about $11 billion. So another one is Bitcoin hack, Mount Gox 2011. Mount Gox was the biggest Bitcoin exchange in the world in the 2010s until they were hit by a software error that ultimately proved fatal. The glitch led to the exchange creating transactions that could never be fully redeemed, costing up to $1.5 million in lost Bitcoins. But Mount Gox woes didn't end there. In 2014, they lost more than 850,000 Bitcoins, valued at roughly half a billion USD at that time. In a hacking incident, around 2 lakh Bitcoins were recovered, but the financial loss was still overwhelming, and the exchange ended up declaring bankruptcy. So let's move to the third one, EDS Child Support System, 2004. Back in 2004, the UK government introduced a new and complex system to manage the operations of the Child Support Agency. The contract was awarded to IT services company, Electronic Data Systems. The system was called CS2, and there were problems as soon as it went live. A leaked internal memo at the time revealed that the system was badly designed, badly tested, and badly implemented. So the agency reported that CS2 had over 1,000 reported problems, of which 400 had no known workaround, resulting in around 3,000 IT incidents a week. It's a large issue. So the system was budgeted to cost around $450 million euro, but ended up costing an estimated 768 million euro altogether. EDS, a text-based contractor, also announced a $153 million loss in their subsequent financial results. So To further to look through similar mistakes, you can visit this page. Another headline: a Google / error broke the internet for a day. So on January 31st, 2009, between 6:30 a.m. and 7:25 a.m., the internet didn't work properly. If anyone tried logging on a site, an error message from Google said, "Warning, this site may harm your computer." Google's fumble happened when someone added / to a list of harmful sites. For some reason, the trigger for this error message was the / key. Since every website includes a / in there somewhere, every website was considered harmful to computers. So it was a major error. The site that users were directed to stopbadware.org quickly crashed because of the sudden flow of traffic. Google fixed the problem that same day, but not before millions of people noticed. So you can see the graph here. You can see that how bug fixing can, how cost increases at different stages of development. Uh, it costs a little at requirement analysis, and it costs too much at the time of maintenance. The graph kept on increasing at a slant height, basically hypotenuously. So to eliminate these bugs, companies have implemented several checks in testing so that client doesn't suffer at all. So today's software industry is emphasizing on QA. Let's go through some best QA practices that today's companies are implementing. Maintaining a dedicated software security testing team. First and foremost, organizations that have the resources should maintain a dedicated software security testing team committed to performing the range of penetration tests necessary to fortify the software in order to discover potential vulnerabilities. Use development practices that are test oriented. So in our company, we are also pursuing the same in terms of unit test cases and API testing being in automated manner. Test driven development. It is a kind of framework. So this practice adopts a test first approach whereby tests are written before the actual code for the software being implemented. A new feature starts with an automated test case that will initially fail. So another one is pair programming. When it comes to testing scrutiny, two heads are better than one. जैसे कि हम कहते हैं ना कि एक से भले दो. So this is a form of extreme programming where two engineers are paired to work collaboratively on a single computer. At any point, one writes the code while other makes suggestions. And the third one is ensure all tests are integrated in CI/CD pipeline. जैसे कि हम आज in our company we are practicing CI/CD pipeline through Git actions, as Jay is doing all the stuff. So the era of the DevOps methodology has arrived, and any software testing team worth its salt needs to have an automated CI/CD pipeline. Besides, manual QA processes are error prone, so therefore it doesn't make sense to neglect a crucial aspect of modern quality assurance testing. Employee testing automation as a part of the CD setup is essential to make certain only bug-free code is deployed into the production system. So let me give you an example, live example. So here is a block of code, and the purpose of this code is to give the output. Today's presentation is based on QA. I've run the program and yeah, the output is today's presentation is based on QA. Here comes the same program, but I have omitted an error with a typo error. That's basically front slash. And now I'm trying to run it. you can see that we are getting error. So a single front slash can make a difference. So moving ahead on the presentation. So with the use of these modern techniques, frequency of bugs can be reduced to a greater extent at an initial phase. तो जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं कि इसमें प्रोग्रामिंग डिफेक्ट फाउंड वाया पेयर प्रोग्राम, तो वो इनिशियल फेज में पिक कर लिया हमने, CI/CD इंटीग्रेशन से हमने इनिशियल फेज पे पिक कर लिया। तो जो कॉस्टिंग है यहाँ पर जाकर एट दिस पोर्शन वो सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम रहेगी, और ड्यू टू यूज ऑफ मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स हमने यहीं पर बग को रिसिप्ट कर लिया, तो हमारी कॉस्ट ऑफ डेवलपमेंट एंड कॉस्ट ऑफ डिलीवरी वो कम हो जाएगी। द फोर्थ मेथड इज sorry, the fourth one is adopt test written for maximum coverage code testing. Basically code coverage is how much your code has been covered in the testing phase. So different types of testing are adopted by QA teams for different scenarios. However, the overarching objective should be to make sure that tests are written extended to the maximum coverage possible. If 100% is not exactly practical, so we are focusing on the maximum coverage of the code. The fifth one is understand productive objectives in order to design effective design test strategies. So to be able to interrogate and test a system effectively, tester must understand the product from a business standpoint and not only see if it from a technical perspective. So in broader terms हमें पता होना चाहिए कि हम जो एप्लीकेशन यूज कर रहे हैं उसके यूज केसेस क्या हैं। केवल टेक्निकलिटी की दिस फंक्शनलिटी नीड्स टू बी work as depicted in the user story is not sufficient for a tester. So when testers are armed with only the knowledge of the scope of their test, they usually can't see the forest for the trees. So it is a kind of a phrase that is basically used. So here are some frameworks that aids the testing efficiency. Behavior driven development is an approach to development that improves communication between business and technical teams to create software with the business value. So BDD is a process designed to aid the management and the delivery of software developed projects by improving communication between engineers and business professionals. In so doing, BDD ensures all development projects remain focused on delivering what the business actually needs while meeting all requirements of the user. And its key benefits are all development work can be traced back directly into business objective, efficient prioritization, all parties have a shared understanding of the project and can be involved in the communication. We have already discussed the test-driven development in the past slides. And the last one is acceptance test-driven development. Unlike test-driven development, which is generally thought of as an engineering practice, ATDD is a team effort. It brings different players in the software development process, testers, engineers, business stakeholders together to collaborate. The result of said collaboration are the requirements for the application, expressed in a format understandable by everyone, which are then turned into automated acceptance tests. So acceptance test driven development has a similar workflow to that of a TDD, since it consists of creating tests before writing the production code, unlike TDD, which relies on unit tests. So the tests are born from specifications that arise from discussions involving developers, testers, and business stakeholders or clients. Basically, discussing the projects within a team and grasping what's best and beneficial for the project. So here is the diagram of ATD cycle. First, we have user stories, and then the team members used to pursue discussion and then refine the objective in the distill phase. and then the software is being developed here, and after the software has been developed, it's been tested and uh, delivered to the client in terms of demo, and then the cycle continues. So here we are ending up to conclusion. To deliver a seamless project to the client, QA is a mandate. It's quite complex and expensive to fix the issues on production environment as compared to dev environment. And as of current scenario, we are moving towards digitalization. That you can see Modi ji is always chanting being in digitalization. So that includes websites, mobile applications, etc. And these apps are necessary for the growth of any organization. So delivering a bugless application is the most elementary aspect of client satisfaction as well as retention in client retention also. So in broader terms, a bug can hamper you economically. So yeah, this is the presentation. Thank you for being a good listener.